Welcome to another edition of the CEO's blog. John, thanks for joining us. We've got a big edition this week. Let's start with the Breeders' Challenge eligibility review. It's closing soon.
It closes Friday now. For people who want to put in a submission, this was extended by some months to give everybody an opportunity. It's in relation to the eligibility of the horses to be in the race series. The race series part of it's already been looked at. We've received many submissions, and that was determined last year. But this is in relation to what mares, foals, stallions should be eligible, and how it continues on. Also, it's about how we apply the bonuses. We have an owner's bonus and we have a breeder's bonus. The breeder's bonus is of course cash, where the owner's bonus is a certificate. So that's what we want to hear back from all our stakeholders. Where are we going with this in the future?
Okay. Have we received many submissions yet?
No, but we expect quite a few in the next 3 days.
Yeah, so now's your chance to have a say. All right, let's talk about the safe handling of horses for inexperienced people.
Well, as we know, to handle a horse in our world, harness racing world, you need a licence. However, through the horse industry, there are many people that think that it's pretty easy just to go and grab a nice quiet horse and jump on their back or do whatever. But these are large animals, and if you're not experienced, you can be injured. So WorkSafe New South Wales has issued some guidelines about inexperienced people handling horses. It'll be up on our website for participants, stakeholders to download and have a good look at it. A lot of it's common sense stuff, but we need to be proactive in protecting people who, horses are lovely. We all like to pat them, but we do need that experience.
Yeah, and we do like to encourage new people to the sport as well.
We do.
Take part of it. All right, well, let's talk about procedural fairness. Obviously, we do have, from time to time, integrity matters that are dealt with, and that one point you wanted to get across was just basically people minding their own business. Well,
that is a way of putting it, Amanda, minding their own business. There is a thing called procedural fairness, and there's certain stages that Harness Racing New South Wales, the Integrity Department, need to go through. When we have an occurrence where somebody may have not been compliant with the rules, we have to investigate that. Now, unfortunately, over the last week or so, I've received many calls from people about, what are you doing with so-and-so, or what have you done with whoever. But really, it's not the business of anybody else to know what we're doing until such time as we give that person ample time to answer the questions that need to be. Some things are quite innocent, but we need to investigate. So I just suggest to people that there are processes we go through. There's stewards' inquiries, there's the Racing Appeals Tribunal to go through as well. But Harness Racing New South Wales will get the information out there to the industry as soon as it's possible and fair to anybody that's involved.
No problem. All right, well, let's talk about, it was a big weekend last weekend, big few days with the Carnival Cups. We started with West Wyalong last Sunday.
Yes, we did start with West Wyalong. After the little faux pas the week before, it got a little bit touchy on Sunday, but the meeting went off without a hitch. Some great racing, some really good winners, and I compliment Lucky Ray and Rodney Crow for all they did. One thing I must compliment West Wyalong in is that they're really listening. We have minimum standards. The clock is ticking on minimum standards, but West Wyalong Club, the hard-working committee there, has that track right up to scratch. But fashions in the field were very well done. The racing, as I said, was outstanding. The crowd was good, and it was a great day at West Wyalong.
Okay, let's talk about Coolamon. Unfortunately, that meeting didn't go ahead yesterday on Anzac Day, but it's been transferred to Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday, postponed to Thursday. It was unfortunate. The weather that came through Victoria and the southern part of New South Wales was really heavy, and for Helen and the team there at Coolamon, there was no alternative but to be off yesterday, but postponed till Thursday. That gives them an opportunity at least to run that meeting, and there I was last week saying that they'd had a horrendous run with weather over the last few years, and we hoped that it was going to be very fine. I went to St Mary's on Sunday at West Wyalong, and the prayer reader was praying for rain for the crops. So I just see it that someone's got that power, and the power was to deliver the rain. It was unfortunate for Coolamon, but it'll be a great day Thursday, and I encourage anybody that can get there to get there. Sky Racing have looked after us very well. Half the program will be on Sky 1, the other half will be on Sky 2. So in some respects, that's a bonus.
Yeah, okay. Do we know the weather forecast for tomorrow out at Coolamon?
It's fine.
It's fine? Oh,
yes.
Good. Well, you just mentioned you were out at West Wyalong and Coolamon, and there was some track inspections along the way?
Well, they were along the way. They were up and down that centre, the spine of New South Wales. I called in at Peak Hill, Parks, Forbes, Junee, West Wyalong, of course, and Coolamon, just looking at these minimum standards, especially when it comes to workplace safety for the staff of Harness Racing New South Wales. The stewards, of course, have to climb up into towers, and if they're not secure, we did see an incident at Goulburn on what would have been one of our best facilities. So just checking them out. The small clubs need to be assisted. It's a bit over the top. We need a bit of common sense in that respect. A bit over the top if we say, you have to go and spend a great deal of money to come up to standards for 1 or 2 meetings a year. So we have to work around those issues. And primarily, that was the focus of what I was doing, just calling in, taking photos. I've liaised with the stewards already this morning about what we need to do. I liaised with Grant Adams in respect of Forbes for yesterday. And all the clubs work so hard, and we will get it up to scratch, and we will have a safe working environment for everyone that's involved with the harness racing industry.
So we also had the Bankstown Carnival of Cups meeting on Friday night. It was a good turnout, and we saw Tiger Tara win the Schweppes Cup. Yeah,
the Bankstown Cup win to Tiger Tara, followed on from the Renshaw Cup. Tiger Tara, Kevin Pizzuto and Toddy McCarthy certainly have that horse going very well. He'll move on to the Bull Eye and the Newcastle race for the tab bonus for the series, but a good effort. Bankstown, of course, looking forward to next year, where they have a considerable number of Friday night meetings. The crowd was as strong a crowd as I've seen at Bankstown for many years, so Friday might be the right date for Bankstown.
Okay, well, let's keep talking about Carnival of Cups. We have the Bull Eye Carnival of Cups meeting at Menangle this Saturday night. Attracted a very strong field.
Really good field. This is one of the keynote meetings of the year. We have 4 or 5 that just stand out, but with the Australian Pacing Gold final on, and of course the Bull Eye Pacers and Trotters Cups, so we've got the Carousel final on as well. It's an outstanding meeting, and I encourage people to really get along. You're seeing quality horses race here. The 2-year-olds in that Australian Pacing Gold final are exceptional, and what is really good is one of the horses, Luminary, of course, is by Sports Writer. Whilst he is not in the state this season, he was in New South Wales when that horse was sired. So we really look forward to seeing these super horses race. And yes, I encourage everybody to attend Menangle.
All right, and then we've got Forbes Carnival of Cups.
Forbes Sunday. Those fields will be out today, but the hard-working committee there also do a great job, and we hope to see 8 races run under the best of weather. Once again, they're another club that have been affected somewhat over the last few years with poor weather, but Forbes, it'll be a really good meeting. The heats were yesterday of their main final, and they were very competitive. It was interesting. A small track, half-mile track at Forbes, but there was competitive racing. The 3-wide train was there for most of the races, and nobody too much. None of the other drivers were giving an inch. If you got out there, you had to battle on and prove your worth, and a couple of horses did. It was a great day for the Turnbull team from the Lagoon. They won all bar, I think as drivers they won all bar one, and Angela Hedges became involved there and did the work. But no, a great meeting yesterday, and an even better meeting will be next Sunday at Forbes.
We'll look forward to it. Thank you for your time this week, John.
Thank you, Amanda.